Tokoroa provides the first scheduled meal break of the rally. But between the Rallycross and Tokoroa, the lead has again changed hands, with Paul Adams displacing Jim Donald.
Russell had a wee problem that we stopped and helped him with, and we lost about a minute and a half there, but we're still in second, so I'm glad I stopped.
We had a small moment on the last stage which cost us about a minute and a half, something like that, 2 minutes. No damage, although we had to follow another car for a bit, and we got a lot of stones in the lights which broke the lights, but it's very early days yet, no real problems.
I understand Jim Donald pulled you out in the last one. Bit of team help there?
Yes, definitely. It was very good of him. We just had 2 back wheels over the edge of the road, and they wouldn't get any grip. We probably could have got out pushing ourselves, but then Jim came round, stopped, and 3 hands did, made a very quick job of it, no problems.
Quick comparison with rallying in England after your first session here?
Oh, very, very fast here, very fast.
The Massport support crew is reckoned to be world class. Brooks rated his car as good as any works escort. All told, 8 men support the 2 Massport entries through the rally. And in driver Jim Donald, there's an additional top rally mechanic. Donald was Ari Vartanen's service manager when the Finn came second in last year's International, and the rest of the service crew are totally experienced. Meanwhile, Rod Millen reflects on his problems.
Oh, we've had a series of little wee problems, things like the coils have been breaking down, we've had to replace those, and then we got a blocked jet in the carburetor. It took us 2 stages to diagnose that. So it's just been lots of little wee problems. We've only had 1 stage, I think, out of 8 that we've actually had correct.
How's it going now?
I think we've got it right now.
So Millen's optimistic as the rally heads into the night and a series of special stages around Tokoroa. This is the testing time, when drivers who've already been going flat out for 12 hours have to steel their powers of concentration to cope with the darkness. Banks of quartz halogen lights can illuminate the roads for up to 1 kilometre, but to tired eyes, they can also play hallucinatory tricks. The most welcome sight in the night, the control point that marks the end of a special stage, and the beginning of a brief moment of relaxation for the driver while his navigator checks in. And then, an opportunity to drive at less than full speed before the start of the next stage. It's also a chance to get some essential servicing done, and for some, that's already become top priority. This, believe it or not, is Dermot Malley and the invincible Car 37, still going despite its 6 rollovers 10 hours earlier.
Oh, we came into a left-hand corner and it just tightened up on itself, and we threw the car a bit more sideways, but we went over the bank.
A lot of people would have thought that a car in this shape that you wouldn't be around here right now.
Oh, the cars are built very solidly. Like, we keep on, they're very structurally sound, a lot sounder than a normal car. And they can take a lot more beating.
That has to be the understatement of the event. But Maller's not the only one with mechanical problems this night. All around there are cars being inspected, refueled, cajoled, welded and cursed. This is Graham and Jan Lorimer's Mazda RX-3 receiving urgent attention. They get back on the road, but only 2 stages later go over a bank and out of the rally. Nearby, another car in trouble. This is Brian Green's Escort. Service crew are working flat out to repair a badly damaged stub axle and front suspension, but without success. Green from Palmerston North is out of the rally. Back at the top, the leaders are still only seconds apart, and as the first division draws to a close, it's still Auckland's Paul Adams in control.
How's the car been holding up?
It's been going extremely well. We haven't had anything go wrong with it as yet. We've only just had to change brakes every so often. Apart from that, it's just been tyres and brakes. Couldn't have asked for a better run.
Did you expect to be leading at this stage of the rally?
No, I didn't. No.
What about the threat from Russell Brooks? It seems to be closing up.
Oh, well, we're not really worrying about any of the rest. We're just going as hard as we can, and we'll end up where we end up. So, if we start worrying about the others, we'll go off the road. So we're not worrying about them at this stage.
Less than a minute behind Adams is Jim Donald, still pushing to recapture the lead he lost while helping Brooks out of the ditch. And Brooks is also beginning to fly. At the preceding stage, he put up the fastest time, despite driving for the last 4 kilometres with a flat tyre. Now he's only 40 seconds behind Donald. And as for Rod Millen, Having cured the fuel problems, he's now having electrical troubles. Millen's got a new co-driver for this rally. Mark Howard flew in specially from America to navigate for the Auckland driver. Millen hopes Howard will in turn provide him with an introduction to the expanding American rally scene. But right now, Howard and Millen's normal co-driver, Mike Franchi, check the state of the leaders at the end of Division 1. And first is Adams, second Donald, third Brooks, and fourth Millen.